See what happens here.
Is it live right now?
It's about to be in like 5 seconds.
I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on your page so I can send a link to my friends. Tell them real quick in this group chat.
Yeah, do your thing, Paul. Do your
All right.
thing. I'm here. Let me see. Make sure this is all situated here. Thank you for tapping in. Sunny Winters. I'm here with the future. I'm here with Mr. Old to New himself, Mr. Young Legendary AJ. Old to New. If you don't know, please tap in. I need your AJ.
Thank you.
I need to get a round of applause button. I need to work on that. You know what I'm
Right? A
saying?
round of applause.
Yes, I'm working on my intros and I'm working on these type of things. Yeah. What's good, bro?
What's good? I'm chilling. Living.
Living. Yo,
Right. What's
how
good?
old are you, AJ?
I'm 15, but I turned 16 in February.
Right, right. I always say 15. Sometimes I say 16. Sometimes I feel like you going on 40 something. So I don't know. Yeah, we can't go by the calendar all the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes the calendar age is really about wisdom. You know what I mean? So you might be all 112 right now.
Right?
What's going on, man? You been feeling all right?
Yeah, I've been feeling good. Getting through.
Working on this joint over here. This is a lot about survival every day on the go, on the run with Sun. It's kind of just living off experience, man. And I feel like all of us have survivor stories. All of us have, survivor in us. You know what I'm saying? All of us want to thrive. So, want a chance to chop it up with you, man. Talk about surviving.
It's a fact.
What's the word survivor? What that mean? Surviving. What that mean to you? What you think about when you hear that?
I feel like that's doing everything you gotta do to keep living and keep staying up strong, and just making sure you in a good position. You don't wanna fall down or anything like that. Just surviving is just keeping yourself safe, protected, and alive.
Right. You feel like how you feel you feel like you've been through some things that you survived so far in your 15 going on 16 years?
Yeah, I've been through some things that I survived so far. I feel like when I had got locked up, when that was a survival story. I feel like I had to get through that. When I got expelled from school, so
Wait. What you got locked up for?
they said that I got locked up for robbery, and it was, I was in seventh grade. I didn't really need to rob nobody. I had my parents to make sure I'm good. But this is being young and dumb. They be like, "Oh, when you have parents, my parents said you shouldn't have to rob." But I ain't do it because I wanted it. I just did it because I was just really bored. But I mean, they say it's not really like I did it, but it's like I didn't really rob him. But the way it went down, he had a bike. It was me and two other friends. He had a bike, and then
Wait,
we
hold
had
up. Is this is over with, right?
yeah, this already happened. Nothing can happen.
But you had to go to court and everything for this?
Yeah,
And you was with some other people?
yeah.
What was your biggest lesson learned from this? Without
Shoot.
even getting into the story.
But my biggest lesson learned from it was really that's not really a thing that I want to happen a lot to me. It's not even the fact about being scared. I don't want to wake up early in the morning to be going to a court, to be honest.
Yeah. That's one, that's definitely one part of it.
And I don't like the way that they when I was in the precinct, they had me cuffed to the bench. And the cuffs hurt my wrists. I don't want to be sitting in one place all day, all night. They had me in there for 8 hours. And then they started making me go to court. They had me on some little probation thing, kind of had me keep going to court, keep going for the whole summer. But then
Wow.
after all of that was done, I was like, I don't want to go through that process again. I've never really been in big trouble after that before. I mean, I almost got into trouble again because Halloween we threw a cop car. I mean, not a cop car. We threw an egg and it hit the cop car and all of that. But this is a long time ago, so it's just
So
that
a
wasn't
lot
it.
of this stuff you say is out of boredom.
Yeah, it's just out of boredom being dumb. But
So now that you survived that, what do you do now in times of boredom?
times of boredom, I lift weights. Even though I'm skinny, I just be trying
All
to
right.
get up there and I play the game, or do what something for old to new, something like that, or I just chill with family talk.
You think? What do you think? What do you think of some of the other things that like teenagers your age might struggle with as far as like survival? You think it's boredom too, lack of something to do? Like, what do you think of some of those things that they might have a struggle with?
Probably boredom, lack of like money, like probably boredom, lack of money, lack of love. I feel
Wow.
like it's hard to survive without people that love you.
Right. Yeah.
Like DMX, he's a real example of a survivor.
That's a fact. That's a
Definitely.
fact. DMX, you say, right?
Yeah, I feel like he a real example of survival. If you want to use the word, he's the word survival. You need a human for that word. You got to put DMX there.
Why you say that? Like, what type of, you mean as far as like his career from where he came from, kind of
Yeah,
thing?
where he came from, slipping. That video made me realize like his mom didn't treat him well. I mean, he had his grandma, but that's not. You don't want one person to love you. Like, he ain't know his dad. You want more. You need more than one person to really like love you. And
Yes.
like your mom, he didn't have his mom, his dad. He was on the streets. He went to jail at like 7,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And he been through all of that and became one of the biggest rappers. Like, how is that possible by himself too?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Nah, he's definitely a survivor, man. I try to use those stories. He's a good example. I try to use those people as examples and see what it was that made them persevere through the hard times and the hardships and stuff like that. What do you think? I know you might say you only 15. But I think that, like I said, age is in your wisdom. What do you think the secret of life is? The secret to
Secret of
life.
life? Like what? Like give me like
Like it's the secret to being successful, not successful in a money way, not successful in one particular way, but
it's
if you had
successful.
a one general rule for life for yourself or something like that, what would it be? Like, some people say to love more, some people say, love, peace, and happiness is the
I really
secret
think
to
it's
life.
just watch your surroundings. That's really what I think.
Watching your surroundings.
Yep, I really think watching your surroundings, to be honest, is the real key secret to life to me. Watching your surroundings, and it's more like I feel like it's a few more things. Watching your surroundings,
I can see
trying
that.
try not to stress about things and just keep your mind healthy.
Yeah, I can see that because watching your surroundings in every way, shape, or form, whether it's
Yeah, every way,
watching your
not just
physical
people.
surroundings, watching the surrounding stuff that's surrounding your mind inside, stuff that's you're surrounding your heart with, you know what I mean? Stuff you surrounding your attention with. I can see that being real deep, man. That's real. I never really thought about that. Simple as that may sound, like I think that's really profound. Word,
Right.
word. What what type of how do you see yourself living in the future, and how do you plan on achieving that?
I see myself living in a nice house, with I need a Maybach and a few cars, a Maybach.
No, Maybach, you driving that?
Well, soon. Try to get my
Nobody
Benz.
drives nobody drives a Maybach. You gotta have a driver for that. Man. You don't just drive a Maybach.
Right, you don't really drive it, right?
No, you don't drive that. You need a driver for that. That's like a modern day limousine. I see you as a sports car kind of dude, honestly, AJ. You're a GTA kind of dude. I can see you in a Bugatti. I can see you in a McLaren. I can see you in something really fast. But I mean, it's your choice. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now I want to, yeah, like stuff like that, like what you said. I mean, AMGs, like I like those too. Those are kind of like sporty to me. And I want a Bentley,
a lot of cars. How you plan on achieving it? What's your plan to
Rolls
achieve it?
Royce. I plan on achieving it by doing old to new. I'm gonna have to like work jobs on the side, of course, old to new, and I'm gonna try to get my YouTube channel up there, my gaming one,
Wait a
because
minute.
I
Why you
already
say you gotta work a job on the side? Of course, like you can put everything you got into everything you want, and you can't lose. Really,
right.
and truly. It's Not like old to new. Explain what old to new is for the people that's gonna see this.
Well, old to new is it's like a podcast about connecting the old to the new, but I kind of didn't really do that much. But I've been doing it more lately. But I really got caught up with the interviewing and stuff. So it's really like this it's like a media. It's everything you need. Everything you can just see.
I was
everything.
waiting for you. I was waiting for you to say that because it's a little more than just a podcast.
It's really like a whole media. It's a brand, to be honest. And I'm trying to expand more. I had to close the website up, but I had to take it down because they wanted me to the website. It was a print on demand, and I had to pay every month. Then I had to pay for the clothes, and it wasn't really profit. They paid me like dollars. Like I don't need dollars for a website clothes. So I could easily just get I'm gonna find the plug that just got the like that could get me my own clothes in person, right? I could make a good profit off of it. So I got that coming in. So Old to New is really a brand because we're gonna have merch, media, all types of stuff, events like Old to New. I want to make it something big, not just a podcast, like you said.
Right. I mean, you got the setup right now in place for that. I mean, you have done a lot of interviews, but you also, I think you have the leverage and put yourself in position to do a lot of different things with that. Just like with just media coverage, like you said in general, like the Astroworld thing. You see what's going on with this whole Travis Scott thing. What you think about that?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Travis Scott thing. Definitely, I feel like that's uncalled for. Parents gotta watch. Also, parents gotta watch what concert they bring their kids to. Like, if you look at the history of Travis Scott concerts, this isn't nothing new. That's been happening. People wasn't dying, but now that people was dying, that makes it different. And mind you, a lot of them people, it's probably harder to breathe for them because a lot of them people probably had on masks and stuff like that. Right. So it's really like this is not the right time for people to be bunched up like that. And a lot of people has been in the house like me. So my respiratory system, like I got a strong immune system still, but I'm not in shape. You know what I mean? So it's not like I feel like certain things some people just can't take like how they used to. I don't know how to put it because like when I play ball now, I be feeling like an old man, like I'm about to die. But like a year or two ago, I could play ball all day, no problem, losing no breath at all, constantly, can't stop. But now I just, like I feel like this is a different time and it's really not the right time for a concert like that to be happening. I don't know if I'm explaining it in the right way, but all I know is this is not the right time.
No, I feel what you're saying. As far as like people's immune system, it's not that it got weaker, but you ain't been used to running. You haven't played ball in a while. Everybody been kind of dormant. You know what I'm saying? You get on the court, you feel like an old man. You got a little rust on you. It's definitely not the right time I don't think, for those big events. I see you have some intimate events where it's a little smaller crowd. That might work, but those big mega festivals, yeah, I don't think it's the time for that. I think you definitely explained it.
Right.
Explained it correct. What is it? What's the death toll at 9 right now?
The death toll, yes, 9.
Yes,
yeah.
That's crazy. Did they say? Did you hear anybody say that he did anything to incite the crowd or to incite anything? I didn't hear that he had anything per se. They say the vibe was dark and it was like a,
Oh yeah. It was on he was on some satanic stuff.
So you heard some of that too.
Yeah, I seen it. He's definitely on some satanic stuff, and it was just a dark crowd.
Do you think that it's possible to listen to something like? I'm not really too familiar with all his music, but I've heard this satanic thing before. Do you think it's possible to listen to something that's considered to be satanic music and still enjoy it, but not get all spooky about it? Or you think
it is definitely is? It's very possible. I used to listen to XXXTentacion, and it's like he didn't have satanic music, but it wasn't the best. It was kind of dark sometimes, but it's just the beat. It was just too good.
His music wasn't. I don't think his music was satanic. His music was definitely dark. I actually rocks with him, man. I definitely actually.
But yeah, not he's satanic. It's not. Yeah, it's like satanic music. I mean, you just gotta be a person that enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. I listen to Youngboy. He ain't got no satanic songs. No.
What you think about the influence? What you think about the influence of hip hop and stuff like that in the community, in the streets and stuff like that? Satanic, whether it's hood, whether it's ratchet. Like, what you think? You think art imitates life, or
Well, I think the hood and the ratchet part, the ratchet definitely, the music from the women is definitely rubbing off on the girls our age. I can see it in their terms, the way they act, things they do. So they all think they Cardi B and the city girls. But if I get into the hood, like don't get me wrong, like these hood rappers, they do rub off on hood people because we was talking about that. Remember
yeah?
how like you could be wanting to do something and then you hear that song in your ear, it make you want to do it more. I'm like, yo, I feel aggressive. I'm trying to do this today. I want to do that. You know?
Subconsciously, if you're listening to it all the time, it can definitely have that effect. Especially going back to what you said, like if you're dealing with boredom, and you know what I'm saying, and a lack of love, lack of money, lack of whatever the case may be. So that's deep. But I feel like in other communities, everybody has music that's crazy, like it's rock and roll. They be screaming and yelling all kind of madness, and I think we gotta still somehow be more accountable, man. Like you said, you're pretty young, and you can say to yourself, "Whoa, I did this because of this, and I didn't like the outcome, so I'm not doing it no more." I think we gotta learn how to start doing that more in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But back then, I feel like when I was doing a bunch of dumb stuff, I wasn't doing it for no reason too. Like, don't get me wrong, like, okay, I didn't really have a lack of money, but I did. I didn't have no money because my parents, like, I'm like 12 years old, 13. So they not really thinking I need no money in my pocket. Like they don't be thinking like that. They just buy me whatever I want. That's not how I was. Like I really feel like I wanted my own money. I wasn't selling drugs and nothing like that. But I could say that I used to do something that was like I used to go on Dollar Tree and then I used to steal like racks of candy, right?
Right. I'm about to say, don't get too detailed with it on
But
this.
if it's that, can I really like
I mean, you can't really get. I doubt you get in trouble, statute
candy?
of limitations and stuff like that. But I mean, I know what you mean because my best friend growing up, you know what I mean, he got killed in '97. You know, he used to get whatever he wanted. Like when the Jordans first came out, the first rounds, the ones, two, three, all of them, he had all of them. He used to stick up crazy, man. He used to stick up everything. And he didn't have to, but I think it was boredom, one. And I think a lot of what we like as young men and what we lack a lot of is thrill. You
Right.
understand? So I think it's always like a rush. It's the same way how in some cities it's like you see the bike life thing going on. I never understand it. Like you get 100 dudes in the street with dirt bikes. I mean, I understand it, but like 100 dudes in the street with dirt bikes doing wheelies. But if you invite any of them to come to the track and race for some bread, they all tell you, nah, that's for white
Right, yeah.
boys.
And with the candy thing, I ain't want to eat the candy. I ain't like that. I just sold the candy on the street.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about the candy. It's just about the
Yeah.
rush of can I take this? Can I be on top of them? Can they catch me? The game of cat and mouse. And
Yeah. Well,
that's important, man. That's
you don't
big.
make that much money from it unless you do it at school, selling it at school. You're not going to make no money from stuff like that. So it wasn't really nothing serious, you know?
So it really wasn't about really wasn't about that, huh?
Nah, not really.
What you think about the political game right now in New York? Got a new mayor coming in, got a couple of new
Um,
positions that just came up. What's your thoughts on the new mayor?
I just hope that after all this stuff they do and get a new mayors and all this stuff, well, that's always happens, you know, like a new mayor always come. But I'm saying like now that we have a new mayor, I hope that it changes something. Like usually I feel like nothing changes with everything, but
What you
I
want to
hope
see
Eric
change?
Adams, he's black. So let's see.
Well, what you want to see change though?
Yeah, they got to change this vaccine stuff.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's on top. I think that's a top priority. I think that should be a top priority if you was the mayor.
Yeah, change the vaccine stuff. What else is a top priority? Um,
Yeah, I heard you say something about Stop and Frisk was coming back. What's up with that?
oh yeah, stop and frisk. No, I think Uncle A said that. Uncle A said that.
Oh, he said that.
Yeah, what is that again? Stop and frisk? Isn't it when they stop you and check you?
Yeah, they can just stop you for no reason. A lot of times it started off where it was like if you was in groups of like, don't quote me, like groups of like 5 or something like that. And then they could just stop you, put your hands on the wall, and just search you down. And then it
Yeah,
became like a civil rights violation just to be randomly just stopping people. I mean, if that's the case, you could technically get stopped and frisked like 10 times in one day. So that's kind of foul. So, um, but if they're coming back with that, that's kind of crazy. it would go against all, all those civil lawsuits and things like that they had. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. How
That's a
you feel?
fact. I feel like,
You feel
huh?
like what?
I feel like it's just not right. Like you should like respect people's privacy at least. Don't just stop people for no reason, unless you got a warrant for their arrest. Other than that, why are you stopping me?
Yeah, you can't just stop people. You got to have a reason. You got to have probable cause by law to stop somebody. I just can't stop you and be like, yo, you got a gray T-shirt. If that gray T-shirt or whatever it is isn't connected to some other crime or to some other situation, so that's definitely not a that's definitely a no-go, man. That's definitely a no-go. So what about the education thing going on right now? How you feel as if you was the mayor right now? Would you do any changes when it came to the way things are going on right now, or what? Because you in the you sitting in the seat of you know somebody learning. So what would you do different? How you feel like it's going?
With the education stuff, like I don't know, because you know with the vaccine thing and all that stuff, like I feel like they should have gave another year of online school just so just so it really dies down. Because people, I would have did that, gave another year of online school because of the vaccine and all that stuff and the drama behind it. Grandma, the drama behind it. So I would have just gave another year of the vaccine. But like when you say the education stuff, what else do you mean by that? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking you. I'm talking about as a whole. I mean, I'm just asking in general. But you actually that's I would have thought about it like that because it goes back to your previous answer. You said the vaccine and the way they're handling that. Obviously, it's affecting school. I have no idea. So how you answered it is probably the best answer because you're the only person that that you know best. You can have as many politicians saying whatever they think it is. You're actually sitting in the seat. You know what I'm saying?
it's a fact, it's a fact, it's a fact.
I think that's dope, man. I think that's important. Back to old to new real quick. What's one of your proudest moments of old to new?
One of my proudest moments on Old to Know was when I interviewed Michael K. Because like, he's from my hood and he did what he did to make it out, became an actor. He had his own legal way, never really did nothing crazy. He had his own legal way to go with it. And he from this hood and that hood, especially in his time, it was way rough than it is now. And it's still rough now. So the fact that he just made it through that and he knew my dad, like, and he knew like he's famous and he acknowledged me. It took time out his day.
Yeah,
Or
that was
yeah, it
big.
took
That
time out
was
his day
dope.
just to talk to me. That really made me feel like, yo, I'm big.
Yeah, nah, you could
And
definitely.
Trevor Jackson, that too.
Huh?
In the Trevor Jackson interview.
Right. I remember the Trevor Jackson interview. I remember I remember both of those actually. Those are definitely shit. I was proud of my damn self. What was
You
one of the
remember I
most?
interviewed you, right? You know that.
Huh?
You still remember that we had an interview, right?
Right. I remember. I definitely remember. I thought about it earlier. I knew he was coming on today, and I was like, damn, what did we talk about that day? I think I remember asking you. I don't know what platform. We chopped it up a few times, but I remember one
One on
time
We Are
I asked.
Flatbush.
We are Flatbush one time, but one time I asked you about what would be the 5 things you would bring to survive with you if you had to be in the
Yeah.
street, and you was like, you started naming them, and you was like, wait a minute, can I bring a gun? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I guess you can bring a gun. I didn't want to say that on the thing. I was just like, I guess we talk about survive. I can't deny the man. I can't deny the man his right to protect himself.
Right?
I thought that was kind of funny. What's one of your most challenging interviews and why?
Um, well, actually, one of my most challenging ones was still the Trevor Jackson one, even though it was one of my proudest ones, because
Why?
he had so much. Well, Michael K too, but Trevor Jackson, like I seen 1 million followers. I was like, yo, this about it. I was like, I'm nervous. I never did it with this much people before. I'm like, nah, this gonna be hard. So I was nervous the whole time and stuff like that. But the nervousness shook off. So, I got through it. But that was really one of my challenging ones. I don't have too much challenging ones on hold to know. So that one was
So,
really low.
so you feel nervous like that. What's your survivor? Like, what do you think happens to make you survive it? Like, just a little bit of time goes off, you shake it off. Like, what's your survivor tactic in an interview where you got the jitters?
Once I realized he was talking to me regular, he brought up Call of Duty and stuff like that. that's just like I feel like I'm just on a regular FaceTime call with him, and just I just wasn't trying to look at the number of views. Wasn't trying to really focus on that.
Yeah, nah, you can't look at the crowd. That's even in sports too. Same way, same way. What was an interview maybe that you slept on, but that came out to be like a really dope interview? Like you didn't even think about it ahead of time, but afterwards you was like, oh wow, that was pretty dope.
I see the one with O'Neal.
Who's that right there?
That's my niece. No, not my niece. My cousin. My bad. My niece is not with me right now. My cousin.
Okay. What was your most slept on interview?
My most slept on interview was the one with Real Deal O'Neal. Remember him? The dude that had his own gym.
Oh, right.
I didn't know it was gonna do that good. Everybody was sharing it. He was like, "This is lit, this and that." I think it was his energy that really made it stand out because my energy was kind of off that interview. I was tired. Like I'm always tired. I'm tired right now. Now that we
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, you always tired. You always sound like you work a 16-hour shift, and I'm glad you make the time though. Even though you be tired, I just take that as you laid back. So,
right.
what's some of your goals for your platform?
Some of my goals for my platform. I want my platform to have. I want it to be the biggest platform. I want it to be bigger than Drink Champs, bigger than Breakfast Club, and I want my own like studio, like in Manhattan, like how they got their own studio, and me and my bros could come up there and talk, and like you know how they could be in the background. I could be the main interviewer. They could be adding their little input, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's lit.
Make my platform get on TV too. You know, I just want to make it big with this, and I ain't gonna ever forget about Veer though. You know, I'm gonna still be coming back to Veer. With my security and stuff coming back to Veer. Feel me?
I was about to say, you coming back for what?
God, it's just I don't know. I just feel like just the memory. Like if I make it out, I want to come back. I want to give back too. Like, you know?
I can see give back. I can definitely see give back. Come back just to hang out. But hold on.
Not like that.
I never really understood that. Me personally. I know people probably gonna have something to look. As soon as I let him outside, he started barking. People probably have something to say about that, but I just feel like we hustle hard to get out the hood. We hustle hard to leave the hood. Like all my peoples that's in the hood that I rock with will always rock with me. You know what I'm saying? But to put myself or for somebody to put themselves in a certain way just to reminisce on memories that we was trying to leave under certain circumstances.
Nah, yeah, because Lamar
you gotta give back though. The give back is important. That's important.
Can't forget where you came from. You heard?
Never. You can't forget.
Studio gentlemen, good evening.
You definitely can't forget where you came from. That's where a lot of people do that, and I don't respect that because how you gonna forget like what made you who you are? What got you? Sorry, I'm trying to turn this radio off. What got you through the situation? What got you through? You know what I mean? Like the place that made you.
That's a fact. I definitely get that, but you know, I guess some people could argue. Let's say you grew up in a house, right? That was just like one room. It was like a one-room shack, right? It was like 7 people lived with you in this house, right? And it was just horrible conditions, right? And now you leave this place and you make it to a more grandeur place where you could, successfully facilitate these same loved ones in a secure home, right?
Right.
You gonna want to go back and visit that shack still? They go hang out in that shack and sit down in there and be like, yo, let's go sit here and reminisce. Or you gonna take a picture of it, put it on the wall, make sure that if you rock with your 2 neighbors and you can get them up out of there. But why are we going back into this shack?
I ain't going back into that shack.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost like traumatized. It's traumatizing in a way.
That is.
Yeah. Especially if you know what I'm saying, if you put yourself in I feel like a lot of times we go back, you know what I mean, trying to keep it real, trying to keep it a stack and all that. And that's when stuff happens because it'd be the person that you didn't know that was coming up after you, that, some shit like Nipsey Hussle. Like Nip. Like if Nip was on the line, would he say the same thing? Would he feel the same way? about yo, shorty, go back to the hood and just security and all that. Like that shit it's just I don't know. People, I don't know.
Nah, man, what happened to Nip? That was messed up. He didn't deserve that at all.
Yeah, man, nobody deserves that, man. He gave back to the community. He came back and
And look what happened, right?
somebody little to nobody, you know what I'm saying? You could take that man out, you know what I mean? And that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
At your age, right? What do you
Right.
consider? What does your age group consider to be old? I always want to know that. Like, what's old? I hear
35.
Yes, I hear 35. I hear people say. I heard a girl say the other day on a podcast. She's like, "No, I'm old." I think she was talking about stripping or something. And she's like, "I used to strip, but I stopped. I'm old now. I'm 29." I was like, "Wow, 29 is old." And then,
old.
So 35 is like what kind of old? Because if 35 is old, like I think of like people my age, parents is like 70. So what's 70? If 35 is old, what's 60 and 70 then?
Nah, that's what I mean, right? All right. 35 is old head. Like 35 like 50 to 50 is old head.
Okay.
So old head is young
after that, it's just old.
Nah, because 50 plus, like that's getting like you passed old head, but now you getting old. Like now old is okay, that's 60 and up. That's old. But old head is before 50. And then 50 is you getting old, because old and old head is different.
I'm glad I asked you that. That's good to know because they always say that, like old head. I guess because when we came up, when you call somebody old head is like my grandfather and one of them dudes, like 70. Yeah, who's outside? Oh, ain't nobody but them old heads down there getting drunk. So he's like, you're like, oh, yo, what up, old head? Yo, one day, funny thing, AJ, what the dude was saying that day? He was like, yo, I think he was saying old head, but I think he was like, yo, old head, you got changed to 20. Yo, old head, you got changed to 20. So I'm like doing what I'm doing, but it's not dawning on me that he might be talking to me. So I looked up, like, let me see who the old head is he talking to, right? So I looked up, and he holding the 20 up. He holding the 20 up, looking at me. I'm like, oh, you talking to me? Yo, my bad, man. I thought old head. I'm looking for the 70-year-old, but
Nah.
He was right, like standing right next to him. I think he probably like, yo, this old head is deaf because he was like, yo, old head, you got to change to 20. I'm doing my 1-2, He
right,
said it
you're
like,
not gonna think he talking to you, You're not gonna really think he talking to you.
Nah, I damn sure didn't think he was talking to. I turned around to see who he was talking to. I'm like, damn, why nobody ain't listening to him? Why old head ain't listening?
How old are you though, if you don't mind saying it? I don't think you told me.
I mean, I'm 45.
Oh, so you up there with my dad.
How old's your dad?
47.
Yeah, but I know he got me by a couple of joints. Yeah, man.
I think Ace up there around that age too.
Yeah, me and Ace about the same age. Me and Ace actually I think Ace is in April as well. I think we both in April. I don't know if he's an Aries, but I think we both in April if I'm not mistaken. I'm at the beginning of the month. He's at the end of the month. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to be here, man. I don't know why people trip on, how old do you, like I know people that you ain't guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, wake up 45 years, bro. When I was younger, I never thought I would survive past 20, man, 21. I used to always think it would be over for me at them ages. I don't know why, man. I used to just always think that life was just like that. I never had like a grand plan for like later on. I did, but not really. Like I wasn't really thinking about it like that. You know what I mean? I just, it was a lot going on. I just thought things, I don't know, man. I had a real dark look on life. So I'm happy to be here, bro.
How do you feel about do you feel like girls, like, I know that's my interview. I just want to give you a real question real quick.
Nah, hit me.
You know how girls from back then, like say the young girl, like 20 something, 18 to like 25, back then and nowadays, you think they different?
Between 18 and 25?
Yeah, like you think they act different? Like was it?
I don't think they act different, but I do think that how can I say this? I do think that girls nowadays think a little different as far as I think that back in the days, right? Girls between certain ages had this playful kind of spirit, right? They kind of
Right.
had like, oh, I'm gonna have a hot girl summer, let's say, without saying it, right? But
Yeah.
they knew that this is gonna end, and we gotta get back to reality. That was fun, we did it. We was outside. I think nowadays the mentality of girls nowadays is that hot girl summer stuff is real life. It's real time. Like, I'm gonna go have a baby from an NBA dude. It's crazy now. Like you hear,
Yeah, like everything they think anything they think in their head is they just go for it, right? Like
just go for it. Like it doesn't like the same way how you can sit here and name off all the cars that you want, and you also can sit back and name different ways you want your platform to succeed, and different ways you want to change things within your platform to make it succeed. Not to mention
right.
the amount of time that we kick it behind the scenes about different ways and angles and stuff like that. That's real conglomerate stuff. You understand as a young man that you're responsible for your actions and you're responsible for the things to come. So you're working on it. I hear a lot of females nowadays with no plan. You ask them, what they bring to the table, and they say they are the table. Or
yeah, like you ain't the table, trust me. Because if you're not, I ain't gonna lie, like on some real stuff. Because like, if
but
you
as men, we can buy a table. You own a media company. You can buy a table. You can buy 6 tables. You don't like a table. We don't need you as a table. No, come on, man. Well, what else you gonna bring to the table? Like for real, like what I'm saying?
Like this show, like how Drink Champs they say anything they feel. I can do that, right?
Say what you feel.
Yeah, all right. Cause like girls like, okay, I'm the table. You like you do all this, you do that. But to be honest, what do they? Some girls, I ain't saying all. What do they really be offering? But one thing that usually some relationships, the man doing everything possible, and they offer one thing, and you know what I mean by one thing.
I definitely know what you mean by one thing. And that one thing is not something that when you talk about coming to the table represents a relationship. So now you're talking about what you bring to the table, and now you could come to the table with this one thing. And there's millions of those one things out there.
Yeah, like you don't have to be my girlfriend. I don't need a girlfriend to get that one thing. So that's
for you to say that, right, at your age, at your stage in the game says a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lesson right there. Like, you know that already. Like, you know that already. That's like almost like basics. Like, so it has to be more than just saying.
I always say, I want a girl that's,
Yeah, let me hear what you want a girl.
I always say that. I want a girl that's gonna build something with me or help me with my goals. Like just be there for me, help me with my goals, build something with me. But if you're talking about that one thing is the table, like I said, I don't need a girlfriend for that. But I do need a girlfriend if she trying to build with me. You know what I mean? Like build. She got goals for herself. I can help her with her goals. She can help me with my goals. That's what I want.
Only a king can run a kingdom, man, and we can't be a king really without a queen. So
it's a fact.
People forget these factors in life, man. And it's the perfect balance that was created like that. You know what I'm saying? A woman should bring peace to the table. She should be able to bring a peace of mind, because while you're thinking about building and you're leading the way, you know what I'm saying, and she's seeing a vision. And because women are real visionary beings, you know what I'm saying? They see things that we don't see. So we need them for that. You know what I'm saying? But we could plow the way and pave the way for them in a way that they need us. So together, it's the perfect unit. But you got to come with just more than a table. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your sense of humor like? You know what I'm saying? What you like in how do you survive? What do you like in bad times? People always talk about the good times. What happens when the shit hits the fan? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you annoying? Are you super annoying? Or can we get through this? Like, you know what I mean?
Another thing, I ain't gonna lie, like, if I get famous, right? Say I'm famous, like, I ain't a rapper, but, if I'm famous, like, and I have a woman, like, she gotta know. I ain't saying she gonna have to accept it, but, like, if I'm famous or something, this ain't gonna be just one woman. Like, I ain't saying I'm not gonna get another relationship. You know what I mean? Like, rappers, right? okay, I think rappers that got wives and stuff, like they like, don't you think they accept the fact that they man is gonna cheat?
Yes and no, right? I feel like cheating is only depends on the rules. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I just feel like the rules ain't the same in every situation. People like to use that word cheating. Like, is out of bounds in basketball the same as out of bounds in football?
Nah,
Do they keep score the same way in football as they do in baseball?
no.
Yeah, so it's not cheating when they throw 7 points on the board in football because that's the way they play. You understand? So I think in the situation, everybody's relationship is different. I think that they understand that it's going to be a little bit more that comes with it with more successful men. I mean, it was put down on the earth. We're outnumbered for a reason. You understand? Like we're put here to have more than one woman, respectfully. Not saying to go out and be, you know, you know what, you know what I'm saying? 304, as they say, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But to handle your business, you know what I mean? To handle your business and take care of your family, that's the key. So you can have 4 queens, you know what I'm saying, if they all got 4 castles, if they all got Maybachs, if they all got Bentleys, and if they all got, you know what I'm saying, you can't just have them out here crazy. So that's another thing. But how do you survive? How would you say that these dudes survive like what's that dude's name? PJ Tucker. I think everybody's talking about basketball.
Washington?
Who?
PJ Washington?
PJ Washington. That's his name? He's had a baby.
He basically got my name kinda.
Oh, yeah, he do kind of. Yeah, he damn sure do. But like he got caught up with the girl. They saying that, right? Is that the dude that got caught up, had the baby with the girl?
Yeah, he gotta pay her.
Of course he gotta pay. That's what
Yeah,
she wanted.
yeah.
But see, now how do you protect yourself from that? You famous, you got the bag. Now what do? Like, she looks good. You know what I mean? It's clout. You know, your generation is all about clout where everybody else thinks. So if she got clout and that's your girl, that makes you more lit for whatever reason.
You gotta, I don't know, like I feel like you shouldn't be trying to put a baby in her. You gotta, you know, like if you I feel like some girls you just gotta know you can't give them a kid. You can't give every girl you get a kid.
But what about staying away from those chicks?
Yeah, or that. You really just stay away from them.
There's
At least don't make them your girl.
There's millions of like pretty beautiful women all over the world, every city, every state, every country. And then I feel like a lot of these entertainer guys, rappers, basketball players, they'll go mess with the same girl. Like it'll be the same girl. Everybody mentions what's Quavo ex-girl name? Sweetie. Everybody will mention Sweetie. Everybody will mention the same 5 girls, bro. It's like, what's up with the rest of the
Cardi
world?
B, Sweetie.
Who?
You talk about like Cardi B, Sweetie, Megan Thee Stallion.
Dog, the same 5 girls, bro.
Nicki
like
Minaj.
Dog, the same. We could go to St. Louis, Philadelphia, Richmond, Virginia, Seattle, Washington, Miami, Florida. We could pick any city and find like some beautiful women, bro. It's like that. These dudes be out, and they got the bread to get there. Private jets, Maybachs, all kind of stuff.
But they all want to go for them other women because like men, they don't be needing the clout. But I guess something about the women having the clout, or that I guess like okay, we look at like you know because you a man too. Well, I ain't a man, but you know what I mean. Like we're same. So like we do look at Beyonce and them different and stuff because of what they got. So it makes them look more prettier than like they look more prettier because of what they got. That's how I be feeling sometimes. Like if they didn't have that, I'd think of them this is another pretty woman.
But see, Beyonce, maybe Cardi B, and maybe a couple of other ones, I give them a pass because nobody can say that Beyonce was their girl prior to Jay. Nobody's really gonna say that Cardi B was their girl prior to, you know, somebody somewhere in the Bronx somewhere probably, but for the most part, nobody gonna say that. But yo, though, it'd be some girls that literally be like 3 dudes will mess with the same girl on their girl. Like, I don't know. It'd be kind of corny, man. I don't get that.
It's corny. What I really feel the problem is like these famous people trying to mess with, you know, like that. These famous people messing with Tiana Trump and stuff like that. I feel like that's a problem. Like, why would you want your wife to be Tiana Trump?
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, why? I don't want you near me, shorty. Like, get away from me. Let's say I'm that dude and you just my homie. we coming through the lobby, wherever we walk, restaurant, wherever. Not only stay away from me, stay away from AJ too. Like, go somewhere else with all that. You're gonna come with negative energy. You're gonna come with some other hood rat chicks. We got some quiet sisters that's gonna come back to the mansion. We're gonna watch some Netflix and chill. You feel me? Like, play some video games, laugh, whatever. But
this will look bad. Now, Tiana Trump being my wife, that'll make me look bad because she had the history she has. You know, that'll make me look bad.
this is what I'm saying. You can't have you even if we out like that. I can't have my man messing with somebody that's gonna make him look bad. Like, that's not
Exactly.
you're only as strong as your weakest link. So you're right. I'm a firm believer. That's the girl named Tiana Trump. It's another one, but it seemed like they all still be circulating. They all got stories of dudes doing wild stuff to them, flying them out, peeing on them. I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Now, like, how you feel about women going to the same man? Like, NBA Youngboy, he has a lot of famous, like, baby mothers that's, he had a lot of girlfriends that was kind of famous.
See, but look, I know people probably will hear this and think I'm being foul or say this is like double standards, but it's different though. It's different because at the end of the day, they say like 20% of the men father like 80% of the community anyway. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dudes will have a baby with this sister here, and a baby with this sister here, and they don't know each other. So a situation like NBA Youngboy, he's just like, yo, listen, shorty me shorty, shorty me shorty, and we're gonna have to make this work. This is my kids, and we need to be family. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. I respect this because only I say I respect it. I know he be doing some foul stuff too. Let me take that back. I respect it. Let me take that back. I seen NBA Youngboy do his shorty dirty in the hotel lobby, and I don't respect that.
But she said, I don't know, because she said it was a joke, but I can't really say.
She'd rather die. That's why she said it's a joke. She didn't want him to get in trouble, but I seen he did her dirty. That wasn't no joke, man. He dragged that girl.
Yeah,
she was mad young at that time. She was like your age at that time.
Yeah, they was young, right? Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
That's that young stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't put my hands on females, but that don't mean I never put my hand on a female, but I was mad. I did put my hand on a female a long time ago, like 3rd grade. I had a fight with a girl in 3rd grade. I don't really count that.
No, you can't count that.
But like, all right, not recent, but like 8th grade, I had grabbed the girl up because she kept hitting me.
Hold up, time out. She hit you?
Yeah, she was on some hitting me stuff. I just grabbed her up.
See, once somebody hits you, once somebody puts their hands on you, all bets is off. Not saying you go punch her in the face or kill her, but you get a little drapes up for that. You got to stop. Self-preservation is everything. You got to stop the madness before the madness gets crazy.
I just can't beat up a girl. Like, I just don't feel right. And then she's screaming. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not sick like that. Like, I can't really take that. Like, a girl screaming, crying, begging for mercy. I keep hitting her. That's gonna make me feel like I'm a monster.
That's unacceptable. Yeah, I never understood. I see movies like that.
Right.
I never understood. I've never seen that.
Somebody I got beef with, and he's a guy, and he crying for help. I ain't gonna care. But a girl, I can't. That's just too, like, come on. Especially somebody I love. Like, I can't do that.
Shit, not even if I love. I don't even have to know you. It's just, it's like that. Nah. So we here to protect. We here to protect women. You know what I'm saying? We here to protect women, man. We here to lead them.
That's right. We all here to protect women.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man.
I wouldn't want no man hitting my mom.
What?
I said I wouldn't want no man hitting my mom. So
moms, my sister, my grandmother, my daughter. None of that, man. That's unacceptable, bro.
I know how I'm gonna react, and I know how you gonna react if somebody hit your daughter or something like that.
Nah, that's not happening. These things stay very close by.
Right?
Very close by.
I ain't saying right, so I can't really say nothing about that. You can say that. You can say that.
Yeah, that's all good, man. That's legal beauty, man. But yeah, you gotta come out here, man, one day, man. We gotta take you out to the range and stuff, man.
Now, I would love to do that.
They got ranges. You go to the range now. You can still shoot. You could learn how to shoot. They have shooting competitions. Or the youth shooting competitions, 19 and under, 15 and under, 13 and under, stuff like that. So Check it out, man.
North Carolina, right?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte. Yeah, I rock with
I'm out
my
here, man.
grandma from there, so it wouldn't be bad. She from Dover.
What's Dover? What? North Carolina?
Yeah, it's close to Charlotte. She said something like that.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm out here though, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and end this, man. We're gonna chop it up again. Make sure y'all
All
hit
right,
that
bet.
subscribe button. Wait, what's your YouTube joint? I gotta put
My
it on.
well, old to new.
Yeah, the old to new link. Yep.
Yeah, it's just old to new.
With the number 2, right?
Yeah,
Make sure y'all hit them up. Instagram, if you're seeing this, wherever you're seeing this, hit them up on Instagram, hit them up on YouTube. Boy, got a lot going on, man. It's the future. It's a good look.
Wish I came up here looking a little better. You know, the dreads got all stringed down, got a haircut.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. You know, it's definitely not the first, it's definitely not the last. This shit. You know how that go.
That's a fact.
But yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too. Thanks for letting me up here, you know.
Yeah, you already know. I always like chopping it up with you, man. Anytime.
Facts, me too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.